emergency contraceptives deal with sexuality, which in itself is a taboo topic in Indian society. It has been very easy to capture unwanted pregnancies or unintended pregnancies resulting out of sexual contact as the target.
Section 3 of the prohibition of advertisement of certain drugs for treatment of certain diseases and disorders. No person shall take any part in the publication of any advertisement referring to any drug in terms which suggest or are calculated to lead to the use of that drug for the procurement of miscarriage in women or the prevention of contraception in women. Right? So it seems to be covered by this section, but I would say this may not also be a very good idea. Why should a drug which is a good contraception not be advertised? Why should women not know? Right? But if you ask me technically, the section 3A is something that you should look at, and this is the Drugs and Magic Remedies into brackets Objectionable Advertisements Act 1954. So is an advertisement on contraception or the procurement of miscarriage illegal under section 3 subsection A? Looks like it.
Because I did not want to face any horrible consequences. When I went with a friend to for her abortion, it was like an eye-opener for me. It was a very dingy, cheap clinic, and when she was going through the process, when the abortion was done, for one day she was in deep pain, horrible pain, and to look at her like that, it was like physically I'm in pain. So I mean, when I thought about the fact that when I have to face this, how will I do it? So yeah, there were times when I used to take about 2 pills within 24 hours. And I used to feel safe that, okay, I've taken the pill now, I'm fine, I don't have to worry about anything else.
Actually, emergency contraceptive pill were made available since 2001 under prescription. Okay, but the Department of Family Welfare, they felt that the uptake of this eye pill is low. So they thought that that there is need to create awareness about availability of this thing. So it was made non-prescription in 2005.
When they say approved, they don't say who it's approved by. They give you a generic thing by some.
Yeah, well,
they don't say it's approved by whom.
Yeah, it has to be approved by the Drug Controller General of India.
They don't say that.
Yeah, they should say that. Regulatory authorities are saying.
But who conducts these tests?
Clinical trials, like say preclinical studies in animals, in rat or mice or rabbit or dog or monkey. All these are done by the company. Company who develops the drugs. Okay, they develop the drug and they go through all these studies as per our legal requirements, that is in our law. Then they submit those data to regulatory authorities for seeking permission to conduct, say, phase 1 clinical trials. Then regulatory authority will examine all those data and they will assess whether all these data are adequate for granting permission to conduct study on human beings.
I've heard the research on emergency contraceptives, whether they're eye pill and unwanted something is
unwanted 72.
Yeah, the kind of phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 trials one has to go do for this, it's not completely been done, and that's what I'm told. So the approval was made very hastily.
First is, it is the government which made the product over the counter. It is not Cipla. What we have done is we have made the product available over the counter.
Actually, we as a regulatory authority, We are concerned about that safety, efficacy, quality of the drugs. And this creating awareness and all these things, and some consumers, I mean some other issue which is not related to safety, efficacy and quality, that doesn't come under our purview.
This is not mentioned in the manual, sir. So how do you expect the population to know about this? Because sex education is not giving this information.
As I said again, IPIL has a large information campaign which consists of a website. If you look at the website, you'll get a lot of information. If you call the 1-800 number, you will get information. If you read the package inside, you'll get more information. And there are so many other sites available on the internet today which give you information on emergency contraception.
So one of our friends, she called up on the number and she was told to consult the gynecologist. So, I mean, how is it that the number is really helping?
Right. Beyond a certain point, so you don't have doctors manning helplines. They are trained to answer a certain number of the commonest frequently asked questions that come. Anything that is beyond them, they would not recommend, which is correct, because anything, a question beyond what is generally they are trained of, you have to consult a gynecologist.
The countries that you were mentioning, literacy rate is much higher than what we have in India. Considering the socio-political fabric of the society,
yes.
How is it that it is passed without an educational program before passing it as an over-the-counter which has been advertised so aggressively?
No, actually that's why all these issue has been examined in consultation with Department of Family Welfare.
Maladi and all these ads came with a campaign, a government campaign alongside it. But something similar hasn't come out for emergency contraceptives as of yet.
I think that's a good point you have made, that since several companies are doing it, it is equally important, I think, for the government also to mention with us and do a large campaign, whether it is on contraception or HIV/AIDS or condom usage. I think it's all of us have to put together our resources to handle issues in India, which is, as you know, a vast country with over 1 billion population, socio-demographically so diverse that you have many countries within India.
Is there any particular dosage within a cycle which one can take? Is that specified?
Yeah, see, there are no specific guidelines on dosing, but most doctors would say that you shouldn't be taking it more than once or twice in a cycle.
If heavy bleeding is reported regularly, what's the implication?
If heavy bleeding is reported repeatedly, for instance, your ability to sort of conceive in future is jeopardized.
Has the drug controller seen any cases of side effects seen in the consumers?
We have not received any such report.
Don't worry, be happy.
Well, biggest worry right now is that, probably because I've had so many pills, I could be halfway there, that I could be infertile.